Hey everybody, it's Peter here, and welcome back to the Classic Wrestling Series, episode 102. So, last week, I don't think there was an episode of the CWS last week. I'm very sorry about that. I have to pick and choose my battles, unfortunately, as well as all that. No NXT TakeOver 36. I have been told it's actually an okay show, so I will check it out if I can and talk about that. But, ladies and gentlemen, tonight we're going to be kicking things back up with the CWS because, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to go back to In Your House. The last time we were here was episode 74, which I will leave a video link to right there. Plus, as well, I will leave a link right there to the CWS playlist if you want to check out any of the episodes there. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's September 22nd, 1996. We're at the Core State Center in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. 13,000 fans witnessed In Your House 10 Mind Games. Now, our main event is Shawn Michaels versus Mankind for the WWF World Heavyweight Championship. And that's pretty much all I know. I don't know anything else about this show. So, let's not talk anymore. Let's get into our first contest. So, the introductions to the show, it plays off the mind games that Shawn Michaels has been tormented by Mankind. Basically, Mankind's been playing mind games with him. And we are also going to be having Goldust versus The Undertaker. Now, I don't think these guys ever went one-on-one before, and I'm pretty sure this is the very first time they've done that, so I could be wrong on this one. But, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be kicking things off with a special Caribbean strap match with Bradshaw and maybe Salvia Vega. I mean, it's the only person I can think of who is from the Caribbean at this time. So, yeah, let's not waste any more time and let's watch it. So, we just had the Caribbean strap match between Bradshaw and Salvia Vega. This is just your box standard strap match, guys. It's nothing really of note. I believe the first one was Salvia Vega versus Stonecall Steve Austin, which Salvia would win, obviously. This was just a entertaining, get the crowd hyped up. There was an incident in the crowd, and it is on camera that something happened. So obviously they're like, no, pay attention to the match. So yeah, but Salvia wins after touching all 4 turnbuckles, which is the rule. So it's one of those things. Actually, yeah, it was an okay strap match. Nothing really of note. They did use the strap, obviously, and yeah, it's entertaining. But now, ladies and gentlemen, we are gonna have James E. Cornette versus Jose Lotario. L-O-T-H-A-R-I-O. I think I've said that right. I could be wrong. So, let's have a look at this match and see how James E. Cornette fares up. So, we genuinely just had James E. Cornette versus Lou Lotario, which is Shawn Michaels' trainer. Literally, nothing much. Like, this is a dud. Lou wins with something. I wasn't even paying attention, unfortunately. I looked down to do something, looked up, and Shawn Michaels' music played to be like, he won! And no offense, I'm not going to go back and double check what happened, but this was meh. It lasted probably 18 seconds, 20 seconds, if that, so yeah. So next up, we've got Owen Hart and Brian Pillman. Oh, yes, let's see what is about to happen. So, ladies and gentlemen, we just had the Brian Pillman Owen Hart promo, basically talking about Bret Hart and basically saying that he's not in Philadelphia tonight. He's not. He's in South Africa doing a tour. And then the infamous, if you put the letter S in front of Hitman, you get my exact opinion of Bret Hart. Austin comes out and basically provokes Bret Hart into a match, and that would take place at Survivor Series 1996. Oh, that's another good show I gotta watch. Like, that match is really fucking good if I recall. So, yeah, ladies and gentlemen, let's have a look at our next segment. I believe we're also going to be having the debut of Mark Henry as well, I think. So, let's see what our next segment is going to be. So we just had British Bulldog and Owen Hart versus the Smoking Guns for the Tag Team Championships, and then all of a sudden, as a banner is thrown out for the Smoking Guns entrance, it's been defaced by Owen Hart and Bulldog, and it's fucking funny because Sonny had no idea and Owen's just a prankster. I love Owen Hart. He's fucking brilliant. I love him. Match is pretty deep. You know, match. It's an Owen Hart fucking British Bulldog smoking guns match. You know, Bob Gunn's okay. Billy Gunn wouldn't be as good until he was paired with Road Dogg Jesse James to form the New Age Outlaws. Personally, but at the same time, this was entertaining. It was really good. Bulldog gets the win after a power slam for the 1-2-3, and then Sonny basically walks away from the Smoking Guns after not winning the belts back. I believe they would have another title match, Smoking Guns versus British Bulldog and Owen Hart at another pay-per-view. It's either the next In Your House or the Survivor Series. I can't remember which one. But yeah, I mean, this was an okay matchup, and yeah, very entertaining. So, let us see what our next match is going to be tonight. So, we just had Mark Henry versus Jerry Kinlaw. This was just a basic match to get over the strength and size of Mark Henry at the end of the day. Basically, Jerry Kinlaw says, Mark Henry can't wrestle. Yeah, he gets out of a headlock, he gets into an arm, but it gets into an arm lock. Basic moves to make sure that he can do the basics. Then just picks up Jerry Lawler into a bear hug for the win, a over the shoulder bear hug for the win. Then Leif Cassidy, Al Snow, Marty Jannetty, and Hunter Hearst Helmsley all come out to try and make a name for themselves off the back of this, and basically Mark just goes fuck off, and fuck off to all three of them. So yeah, it gets over the fact that Mark Henry is a powerhouse and he's a monster not to be messed with. So with that being said, guys, it was an okay debut. Could have been worse, could have been better. It was okay. So let's see what our next match is going to be, guys, because I believe there's only 6 matches on this card. So let's find out. So we just had the Undertaker versus Goldust in their first matchup, I believe it is. This is a basic Undertaker Goldust match. This is good, don't get me wrong, it was entertaining to say the least. Undertaker picks up Marlena and she just looks like, I fucked up, and then just gently puts her down. It's bloody amazingly funny. But that being said, Undertaker does win with Tombstone, the 1-2-3, and I have the funniest feeling this is going to lead into the main event, which is tonight, which is a 40-minute match! Holy shit! Undertaker. Michaels versus Mankind, 40 minutes. You know what? I think they can do it, to be honest with you. We've just got Shawn Michaels talking about the matchup now, and we're probably going to have the promo as well. But so far, this show, yeah, I kind of like it. I think it's actually been a very entertaining show. I would have to say the match of the night for me was probably British Bulldog Owen Hart versus Smoking Guns. I thought that was a good matchup. Worst match, there's 2 technically. It's James E. Cornette versus Shawn Michaels trainer, or Jerry Lawler versus Mark Henry. I can't in good gracious give it to Mark Henry versus Jerry Lawler because that's Mark Henry's debut match. So the worst match is James E. Cornette versus Shawn Michaels' trainer, because that literally just went 20 seconds or whatever it was. So yeah. So let's see our main event and see just what bullshittery will happen. So we just had Shawn Michaels versus Mankind in our main event, and this was excuse me. This was actually really entertaining, I thought. Very good, very well paced as a main event goes. Shawn pretty much does like a springboard super kick, which I've never seen him do before. Like, he springs off a chair, hits the super kick onto Mankind, which goes to the outside. Then obviously there's the suplex on the outside from Michaels and Mankind through the Spanish announce table. Ay Dios míos. This was getting really good until goddamn Vega came out and caused the disqualification for Shawn Michaels, for Mankind, which means Shawn retains. But yeah, this was a very entertaining matchup. Actually, one of Shawn's better title runs, I think. Better matches in his title reign after winning the belt at Mania 11 or 12 or whatever. It's 96, so I would say it's Mania 12. I could be wrong on that one. But this was a fun matchup. Mankind can go, obviously. Michaels can go. Vega comes out to then gets attacked by Sid Vicious, and then Undertaker comes out of the casket to attack Mankind, which furthers their storyline in the casket match coming up at International at Buried Alive, which I've reviewed. But yeah, it's one of those things where it's like, this is a really good show. But show overall, it's good. There are some good moments, Jim Cornette and the Mark Henry match. But bar those two, which it's Mark Henry's debut, and Jamie's Cornette and Shawn Michaels' personal trainer shouldn't really be having a match on a fucking pay-per-view. But it's entertaining, and I gotta admit, it's really good, and it kind of furthers the story between Michaels and Vader with that match. So yeah, there is story reasons for it. But again, good showing from everyone, and yeah, very enjoyable and entertaining. So guys, I will see you tonight. Actually, I will see you tomorrow morning for AEW Dynamite, and judging by my clock, it's clobbering time on Sunday morning. AEW All Out is happening, and for the first time in 7 years, CM Punk is having a match on a pay-per-view. Holy shit, I cannot wait for that. So with that, guys, I will see you for AEW Dynamite tonight. TTFN. Ta-ta for now.